It's not every day that a TV show with a beloved format makes a change, especially one as iconic as Antiques Roadshow. The show is a weekend institution for many of us, a comforting ritual of discovery where history meets value. We tune in to see the look on a guest's face when they learn that the dusty old clock from their attic is actually worth a fortune, or that the painting they've had for years is a long-lost masterpiece. It's a formula that works, and it's a big part of why we love it. So when the show's familiar and friendly host, Fiona Bruce, stepped onto the screen to announce a major shift, it definitely got everyone's attention. But this wasn't just any episode. This was something special, a heartfelt tribute, and a poignant departure from the norm. A different kind of discovery. Minutes into a recent episode, viewers were transported to the National Memorial Arboretum in Staffordshire, a place of deep reflection and remembrance. The atmosphere was immediately different. It wasn't about finding treasure or hitting the jackpot. Instead, the air was thick with history and emotion. Fiona's voice, a familiar comfort, set the scene, taking us back to a pivotal moment in history. May 8, 1945, a day of celebration for the end of the Second World War in Europe. Yet, as she noted, for many, the conflict was far from over. The war against Japan was still raging on, a brutal and often overlooked part of the story. The show, Fiona explained, was dedicated to tracing those stories, to remembering the people and events of the war in the Far East. But before the first item was even shown, she delivered the big news. For this episode, the experts wouldn't be giving any valuations. This was a major shakeup. No more gasps of surprise, no more "I can't believe it's worth that much." For this special installment, the focus wasn't on the monetary worth of the items, but on their human, emotional value. As Fiona put it so beautifully, to the owners, these items were priceless. They weren't just objects. They were keys to the past, offering a glimpse into some of the most profound and darkest events of our history. Unearthing priceless memories. This format change, while perhaps a surprise to some, made perfect sense, given the episode's theme. The show was less about a treasure hunt and more about a journey of memory and a testament to the power of personal history. It was a powerful reminder that some things simply can't be measured in pounds or dollars. The episode delved into the final, dramatic months of the war, a period that culminated in the deployment of the atomic bomb and the eventual VJ Day, or victory over Japan, on August 15, 1945. The show honored this history, celebrating the 80th anniversary of that pivotal moment by reliving key events through the items that people had shared. One of the most moving segments featured an expert, Siobhan Terrell, as she examined a rare item brought in by two men. It was an old newspaper print from the Rangoon Gazette, dated the day after the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor. The story behind it was even more compelling. The men had found it among the possessions of their late father, a man who, like so many of his generation, had never spoken about his time in the war. He was part of the RAF, stationed in Burma since 1941. Along with the newspaper, they discovered a photo album, a silent, powerful document of his entire journey during the conflict. Siobhan's reaction was heartfelt and immediate. She marveled at the fact that the fragile newspaper had survived all these years, calling it an amazing record. The moment was a perfect example of what this special episode was all about. It wasn't about the monetary value of the newspaper. It was about the discovery of a father's untold story, a piece of a life that was now being understood for the first time. The item wasn't just paper and ink. It was a link to a quiet hero, a story waiting to be told. The shift in focus on Antiques Roadshow was a testament to the show's understanding of its own heart. It showed that while we love the surprise valuations, what truly draws us in is the human story behind every item. The history, the memories, and the connections are what make these objects truly valuable, and this special episode was a beautiful and powerful celebration of that truth. The special episode of Antiques Roadshow was a powerful example of how television can go beyond mere entertainment and become a vehicle for reflection and remembrance. By temporarily setting aside its core premise of valuation, the show reaffirmed that its true appeal lies not in the price tags but in the stories, the human connections that bind us to the past. This one-time shift was a courageous move that paid off, leaving a lasting impression on viewers. It was a beautiful reminder that while monetary value can be a fascinating element of history, the real worth of an item often lies in the memories it holds, the secrets it reveals,